Hello, I'm Dr. Ron England, and I'm going to give you a nice, short, and easy video on Power Pivot. Power Pivot is an Excel 2010 add-in, and the database that I'm going to use for this example is our federal aid, our federal financial aid database. If you recall, it had continent, country, program, year, and amount as the fields that we dealt with. What I did first in this database is I actually created a view here which has the fields that I was interested in, which were the continent, country, program, the year, and the amount. And that is in the database. So that was SQL Server. Now I'm going to bring over Excel 2010. And Pivot Table is an OLAP tool for Excel 2010. It allows you to create basically dynamic OLAP tables, which are multi-dimensional views of data within spreadsheets. It's a pretty nice tool that works here. It's relatively straightforward to use. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the data. So I went over to the Power Pivot window. After I've installed this, I've got the Power Pivot window, and it's going to bring up a little window here that's going to allow me to pull in some of this data. So I'm going to pull the data in off of the same Excel spreadsheet I had over here. If you look here, spreadsheet is A30609 Eaglin. You can see it from the Connect. Okay, that should show up over here. If it didn't, I'd have to type it in. There's my database. This was called Assignment 1. I'm going to do this from a view, and I'm simply going to choose the view with all the data. Now, I could pull in data from multiple sources, joined complex queries, whatever I wanted to do to pull this data in. In this case, I've got it all in one place, nice and ready to go. So I'm going to move that to the side here. The next thing I'm going to do here is I could actually go to Insert, put the pivot table in with my Insert tool, or if I go to Power Pivot, I can insert it right here. So either way, I can put this in. I'm going to put this onto my existing worksheet. And there it is. It's pulled it from the data that I've got over here, which I've already specified. And now I got a few things that you can see here. I'm going to pull this this Power Pivot field list here, and I've got this little thing right here that shows the pivot tables here. Now you can't actually see it anything yet until I start checking things. So now I want to go ahead and check country, continent, and country here. And if I do that, you kind of remember the relationship was that the continent would collapse, the countries would collapse down into the continent. So actually that are some row labels. Well, I need to show data, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this amount field and I'm going to drop it down in here into the summation values. So now that's going to give me that column there, which I'm going to format because I'm in a spreadsheet now. It's pretty easy to format stuff. I'm going to format that as currency. So now I've got this collapsible window that shows me totals of the continents and the countries and the total amounts here. You can see this is not really that terribly difficult. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing here, a couple more things here. I'm going to drop the programs into the columns. So now each program is over here in its own separate column with a total at the very, very end. So notice at the very end I've still got a grand total here of all of them. So that worked out pretty well there. And I'm going to take the year and I'm going to drop that into the report filter right here. And what that allows me to do is right now the year is all. But suppose I just want to see, I'm going to turn all off, I just want to see 07, 08, and 09. Well, I can do that and notice all the numbers just updated. And what it's doing is it's just showing me the numbers for 07, 08, and 09. A few other things that I can do is say, you know what, I'm really not interested in every single column. I really only want to see USAID, okay, and I want to see Title I and Title III. Okay, there it is. Title I. Okay, oops, and I can change the filter, make sure I think I turned it off. I'll see Title II. Is there no Title IIIs? So there's the values for just those specific fields that I've requested there because I filtered it. Okay, now as you can see, it's a relatively powerful tool to be able to move through data very easily and actually get summations and aggregations of the information. And really useful if you've got this a lot of numbers that are parsed out by individual pieces. So that's what I'm going to show you for today. If you do run into a situation where you need a tool like to do this type of work, very easy, very straightforward. Hope you have fun with the programming here. No assignment associated with this tool right now.